Coach, 418 yards on the ground last week, but you said you'd like to be more balanced offensively. How do you get Treon Harris more comfortable in the passing game tonight?
Well, we need to protect well. They're going to give us multiple fronts and pressures. We need to protect well, catch the ball. He'll throw the ball well.
You mentioned the multiple fronts and pressures. What concerns you most about how Vandy will defend Harris?
When they get in their odd package, to be able to identify where their fourth rusher and their fifth rushers are going to be. We've worked hard on it all week. I think our guys will play well.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
All right, thank you, Laura, and we'll see how that plays out tonight as this game unfolds. But let's talk about Vanderbilt. Over 500 yards of offense last week against Old Dominion, the most they've had all season long. They did it with a redshirt freshman quarterback, Johnny McCrary. What do you make of this quarterback position?
I think they finally solidified that spot with Johnny McCrary. The more he's on the field, the more consistency he starts to play with. And last week, that his confidence really took a big jump. 5 touchdown passes. He took care of the football. What I like most about him is he keeps playing alive.
Well, Vandy wins the toss, Dre, and they decide that they want the football, and they have it with Darius Sims. 2 electric return men in the game tonight. Darius Sims and Andre DeBose of Florida. A 16-yard return, and Vandy will start inside their own 20-yard line. There is the man you were just talking about. He is a big boy, folks. He is 6'4", 230 pounds, and after a slow start to this redshirt freshman year, he has kind of found his own little niche in this offense.
Yeah, he keeps plays alive. He extends, but what's impressive about him is that his eyes never leave coverage. So if he breaks the pocket, he can still find receivers, and the arm strength certainly strong enough to make plays on the edge.
And he's got a very talented redshirt freshman running back. Ralph Webb, 26, lines up 7 yards deep. They will hand it off to Mr. Webb. Big hole. Ralph Webb first down over the 35. Give him 20. Vernon Hargraves trips him up.
And a nice block by 77, the right guard, Spencer Pulley. He's been the most consistent offensive lineman so far there. The kick-out block that allows Ralph Webb to get up the field vertically. Well, what a nice start it is tonight for the Commodores.
What a game for Ralph Webb. We've talked about the 2 guys running the ball, Taylor and Jones for Florida, but last week Ralph Webb went 31 carries, 166 yards.
Yeah, both career highs in both categories, carries and yards.
Boy, a couple of tight ends in the game. We'll see a bunch of that out of Vanderbilt here tonight. They'll fake it to Webb. Here's McCrary on a little bootleg, and his throw is out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Let's take a look at tonight's impact players on this side of the ball, Andre.
Well, I think you saw what Ralph Webb is able to do when Vanderbilt is blocking up front. A tremendous young player, Latavius Rayford. He's a guy on the outside. They need to make plays. And then 2 outstanding defenders in Dante Fowler and Antonio Morrison kind of really redirect his game and is really committed to the program, both having big seasons.
One note here while we got a second. Leon Orr, number 8 defensive tackle, big 300-pound senior, sent home today. He was not happy when he was told he would not be in the starting lineup, and Coach Muschamp said probably the best interest for him to head back to Gainesville. Inside handoff. That goes to Webb. Nothing doing there. John Bullard, the junior out of Shelby, North Carolina, makes a play.
Yeah, he gets on inside on number 74, Will Holden. You see him there, just a slant down inside, and he meets Ralph Webb right about the time that Johnny McCrary gives him the football.
Well, what was a 9-10 man rotation up front has been whittled down to maybe 7 tonight, possibly 8. Gerald Willis, a true freshman, also not playing tonight, a defensive end. He's got a bad ankle.
Yeah, Dave, these are the situations in which Vanderbilt wants to stay out of. 3rd down and long is the advantage defense, and you can bring pressure on a young quarterback.
Play clock down to 2. Here comes some heat. McCrary throws it high. It's almost picked off on the back end by Brian Poole, who slid and couldn't come up with the football. Pressure came, though, from Dante Fowler Jr.
Yeah, right up the A gap. They just kind of delay it, walk a linebacker right into the middle of the formation. Watch number 6 right there, walk up. That's a mismatch when you're trying to block him or pass protect with Ralph Webb, and able to get to Johnny McCrary and just disrupt the throw.
Colby Cook will punt it away, averaging almost 43 yards per punt. And a flag down. That'll be a dead ball right at the line of scrimmage. Andre DeBose, by the way, back to return that punt.
Ball start, 42 offense. 5-yard penalty, Remains 4th down.
Good to see Penn Wagers, our referee today.
Yeah, and you're talking about one of the best. Penn's one of the best as well, but Andre DeBose, in terms of punt returns, well, he has been electric.
Reset the game clock to 13:26. 13:26.
DeBose just under 20 yards per return, and he's taken one to the house.
Thank you.
I don't know that I would kick to him. I'd find a way to go to the coffin corner.
He's 4th in the country in punt return average. He stands back at the 25. Ball hits at the 32 and will go out of bounds. So a nice job by Colby Cook. No return. A 36-yard net punt for the Commodores. And the Gators will have their first opportunity under their true freshman quarterback, Treon Harris, who only threw it 6 times last week. 3 completions, only 1 beyond the line of scrimmage. But coaches say he can still throw the ball with some great accuracy.
Yeah, 30-0 as a starter his last 2 years in high school. The kid is a winner, and he just has something about him that teammates gravitate to. They want to play for Treon Harris.
Matt Jones comes near side. They will throw it to him. Nice play on the edge, and a loose football out of bounds. Boy, I didn't see that ball trickle out till the very end, but good break for Florida as Matt Jones gets it out to the 37-yard line, again at 5.
Boy, and they're just sending a message right away that we will throw the football with Treon Harris. Just a bubble screen to Matt Jones, but the ball clearly out, and Vanderbilt unable to come up with it.
Second down and a short 6. Kurt Roper, the offensive coordinator for Florida, has really spent a lot of time trying to get Treon Harris to understand defenses. Jones tripped up, 1.5 yards as we take a look at impact players on this side of the ball.
Yeah, one of their best playmaker on the offensive side, Demarcus Robinson, a young receiver that can get vertically in a hurry, and then big Max Garcia, the blue-collar worker in the middle. He's the best offensive lineman, having an outstanding season. Caleb Azubike, keep an eye here, just 260 pounds, moved down inside the last couple of weeks, and then Nigel Bowden, he's the glue to this Vanderbilt defense.
Derek Mason told us right here is one of the keys for the Commodores, getting off the field on 3rd down. Harris, nowhere to run, slides out of a tackle's walloped at the 40. Only got 1 yard. Big hit from Darian Herring, the junior out of Stone Mountain, Georgia.
And that's what you're going to have if you're Vanderbilt and you're able to stop the run. Do not allow the playmakers for Florida to get outside on the edge, and Treon Harris, certainly one of those playmakers. Vanderbilt passes the first test.
Boy, it looked like Harris came off holding that right shoulder, and he is being helped to the bench. We may see Jeff Driscoll here quicker than anybody might have expected. Kyle Christie with a booming kick that will settle out of bounds somewhere around the 10-yard line. Actually, they'll move it all the way up to the 14. 11:19 to go. Both teams have been forced to punt on their opening possessions. The big hit of the night so far goes to Mr. Herring. We'll see if Harris is okay when we come back. There's a look at Treon Harris on your right. Looks like he shook off whatever pain was in that shoulder after that last hit. And here it is, Andre.
Yeah, Nigel Bowden gets there first, but it's Darren Herring that cleans things up, and the helmet right in the shoulder area. That was a big-time shot that Treon Harris took, and stopping him short of the first down, forcing the punt. And as I mentioned, Vanderbilt able to get off the field. This big-time running game of Florida's.
Well, after this play, we will head down to Laura and get an update on Treon. So Vanderbilt backed up again, about the same spot they started their opening drive. They got a first down on a big run of 20 yards by Ralph Webb. Eventually had to punt it away. So let's see what the Doors do here with Johnny McCrary under center. In motion, Nathan Marcus, one of those tight ends. And looks like Darius Cummings decided he wanted to get a head start.
Offside. 55. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Remains first.
And Cummings is a load inside. He was actually the number 7 overall prospect in the nation out of high school. Originally signed to play at Florida State. Ended up at East Mississippi Junior College. And then now playing for the Gators.
It's like the old double nickel. Cost him a nickel. First down and 5. Same formation from Vanderbilt as Marcus comes back in the backfield. They will run to that side. Florida all over it. Boy, they jumped that run. Gain of only 1, and that give us an opportunity to go downstairs, check in with Loa.
Well, Dave, while Treon Harris was being looked at by the Florida athletic training staff, he was telling them, I'm okay, just got the wind knocked out of me. Then Coach Muschamp came over just to double check. He said, Coach, I'm good, put me back in as soon as you can. So definitely an enthusiastic Treon Harris, and got out there, got a hit, but he feels pretty good.
You see Driscoll on the left of your screen, to Treon's right. There is a package in place for Jeff to get some work tonight. We'll see when and if that does occur. Second down and about 4, and Ralph Webb running into the teeth of that defense. Joey Ivey that time steps in there with ball as well. So now you're looking at 3rd and short.
Just enough to keep Florida on its heels a little bit with a running game. Keep them honest with Ralph Webb. Had the big run to start the game where they can't tee off and come at Johnny McCrary. When you get in 3rd and long, that's the advantage for the defense. Right now, operating the offense and behind Johnny McCrary has the advantage here. It's both. You can do both in this instance. Run the football, or you can roll Johnny McCrary out, get him on the edge.
3 tight end look. And they will throw it. Comes near side to one of those tight ends. Davis Duchuk, young man who transferred in from Stanford this year. Gain of 6. That'll be a first down. Marcus May with the tackle.
Had a touchdown catch last week against Old Dominion, but nice job with the play fake and the quick decision of getting the ball out of his hands. Don't mess around. The receivers already out leveraged the coverage. Just give it to him, allow him to run and pick up the first down.
Andre, we're going to see a lot of tight end play here tonight by Vanderbilt. 18 receptions from that position in the last 2 games alone. Between Shoy, Duchuk, and Nathan Marcus. That's Marcus in motion. Going to throw again, lofted up. Here's the other tight end, Stephen Shoy, with a nice catch at the 42-yard line as McCrary took a shot.
Boy, nice job. And you talked about it, 6'4", 230 pounds, so he's built to take shots in the pocket and then absorb and still get the ball out. Watch here, pressure right in his face. Here comes Fowler, and that's a little bit high. That should have been an extra 15 yards. Going too high on the quarterback to his head.
Boy, Stephen Shoy, we've talked about him all season long. An impressive young man, junior, 6'5", 250 out of Evansville, Indiana.
I'm impressed with McCrary right now.
A little offset eye, a little power gain to the right side by the Commodores. That'll get it to the 48-yard line, a gain of 6 for Ralph Webb, who is a workhorse. 169 carries coming into this game.
Well, this is a nice look at all the bodies inside. Carl Durrell notices it, and Ralph Webb executing. Jump to the outside, pin everybody down inside. A nice job with the play call, and then Ralph Webb to jump outside, all that congestion inside, and give him a nice gain of 6 yards.
Webb 6th in the conference in rushing, the #1 freshman rusher heading into this game, although Nick Chubb had another big game for the Bulldogs today in Kentucky. Webb across midfield. Boy, and some punches being thrown.
Oh, that's that. Oh, wait a minute. Morrison has he's got a reputation.
Boy, he took about 4 swings at somebody.
4 quick swings, and he may be gone. He may be out of here. I think Penn Wagers has just booted Antonio Morrison out of the game.
Personal foul, number 3. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
He was actually signaling the first down and who it was against, but he was looking right at Morrison, who's lucky that he didn't get ejected from this game. You see him working him over. He gets up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another shot. You got to control that. He is lucky to still be playing in this game.
Boy, but the end result is it moves the football down to the 3.5-yard line, first down and 10 from the near hash. McCrary to throw it down the middle, has a man. Touchdown, Stephen Shoy, and the Commodores 33 yards. Hello, Johnny McCrary.
Pressure in the face of Johnny McCrary. He stares it down and delivers it to his playmaker, Stephen Shoy. Watch the pressure by Fowler, able to stand in there with that big, strong body, still throw a perfect pass to Stephen Shoy for 6. Vanderbilt has found a quarterback.
Boy, he has taken 2 really good shots and made completions on both of those attempts. The point after, up and good from Tommy Openshaw. And the Vanderbilt Commodores have taken a first quarter lead. 7:41 to play. Johnny McCrary, his 9th touchdown pass of the season. Oh, he loves it. Vanderbilt takes a first quarter lead. Stephen Shoy, a couple of catches on that drive, including the touchdown from 33 yards away. Well, let's take a look at the bold predictions, I should say, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. And for that, we'll talk a little Alabama. And I think tonight in the LSU matchup, I like Alabama by 14, 31-17. I think this offense is going to click tonight.
I think they are as well, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer football game. I got them 20-10 going into Death Valley and winning that ball game.
Well, because
they are rolling on offense right now. Blake Sims he's been spot on for Bama all year long.
I know I jinxed you. That'd probably come true if I didn't jump on the bandwagon with you. But we both like Alabama. And let me tell you something. Alabama's path is clearly in front of it now. Auburn losing tonight. Boy, what a shocking game that was. We were at Texas A&M last week and watched an A&M offense that just didn't have much success. Kyle Allen's first career start. What a difference a week makes. Incredible evening of football over at Jordan-Hare Stadium. So there was a personal foul after that extra point against Vanderbilt. Getting a little chippy down there. Backs it up to the 20-yard line against Barrett Gauger of the Commodores. And here is Brandon Powell, an electrifying freshman runner out to the 35-yard line. Let's go back to that touchdown, Andre.
Yeah, 2 deep coverage. The weakness of the defense going to be right in the middle, right in here. Watch Shoy, who's here, run his route right in the middle of the coverage. And Johnny McCrary standing tall and delivering the football. A lot of quarterbacks would have buckled, taken the sack. He's big, he's strong, got a big arm. Able to shoot it down the field to Stephen Shoy. That's awesome. That is good work.
It was right on the numbers in stride.
You've got to be able to stand in there. Sometimes as a quarterback, you know you're going to take one in the chops.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys won't stand in there and take it. But if you're willing to, you'll complete some passes like that one.
Well, Vanderbilt giving away some yardage here in the last 2 special team opportunities. 5 yards on that offsides, tacked on to the run, so out to the 40-yard line, first down and 10. Keep an eye on Harris and that right shoulder. Looks good on that throw. Pass is caught. Ahmad Fullwood, the sophomore out of Jacksonville, with his 9th catch of the year, a gain of 14 and a first down.
That's another message play from Kurt Roper, the offensive coordinator. Think our quarterback's injured? You think he's hurt? Let me spin one down the field to Fullwood.
Well, on that play, they will bring in Jeff Driscoll.
Here's that package that we were talking about, and he ran 2 years ago for 177 yards against Vanderbilt.
Little zone read. Driscoll hit at the 40. Give him 6.
He set a quarterback rushing record in Florida with that game, 177 against this Vanderbilt football team. When he was coming in with that package, he was going to carry the football.
Well, you got 6'4", 230, and Driscoll 5'11", 190 for Harris. Kelvin Taylor gets his first carry, gain of 3, hit by Cunningham.
I like this little wrinkle that Derek Mason is showing defensively, showing a 3-man front, but before the ball is snapped, walking a guy down inside, and oh boy, they can ill afford to lose their leading tackler, Nigel Bowden.
Boy, the redshirt freshman out of Macon, Georgia. They are looking at that right knee. Oh. We'll step aside for a moment. 6:31 to go in the first quarter. Thank those folks enough. There is a young man right now that's having to step in for what's been an outstanding redshirt freshman, Jakari Thomas. We're going to try to get an update on Nigel Bowden, who got hurt just a moment ago. Handoff to Taylor. Needed a couple of yards. Going to be very close to the first down. But let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Nigel Bowden.
Yeah, it's just friendly fire. Zach Cunningham at the end of this making a tackle, coming in. You see Bowden there, and he just rolls into the back of his right knee. Foot gets pinned under. A lot of stress on the knee.
Boy, working on that right knee. Just got caught up in the wash.
We got a chance to visit it with him. A very impressive young man.
Great story. We'll get into that a little bit later in the evening. Right now, 1st down and 10 for Florida. Harris stands tall in the pocket, going down this far sideline, looking for Brandon Powell, who slipped out of that backfield. Kind of a two-way guy, can run the football and split out wide. Oren Burks in the coverage.
If I'm David Kotulski, the defensive coordinator for Vanderbilt, I'm going to pack the box, play man-to-man coverage, and force Treon Harris to beat me throwing the football. It's not something that they want to do. It's protection-wise. He can't redirect protections yet. Big percentage of the playbook was taken out just so he could really execute a handful of plays.
Here goes Taylor off the right side. 1st down. Give him 11, maybe 12. Torrin McGaster drags him to the ground.
Just what Derek Mason talked to us yesterday about, not giving up the edge. And Zach Cunningham, watch number 41, gets pinned inside, outside leverage given up. This is where Florida made their mark against Georgia a week ago, outside on the edges.
Taylor stays in the game. Harris out of that shotgun. A couple of tight ends for the Gators. Oh, run it again with Taylor. Stutter steps down to the 20-yard line. Hit by Zach Cunningham, another redshirt freshman out of Pinson, Alabama.
It was kind of like a boxer. Go to the body, the middle of the defense, and then once you get him bend over, to kind of protect in the middle, bounce it outside. Throw the haymaker.
Something tells me you've watched a fight or two.
I am a big boxing fan.
2nd down from the 20. Taylor hit again by Jakari Thomas. Gain of only a yard.
Nice job by Jakari Thomas. Mostly a special teams player. He was a solid reserve on last year's squad, but good special teams player. He played in all 13 games last year. So there is some experience there stepping in for Nigel Bowden.
Well, the Gators have put points on the board when they've been in the red zone. Their problem is only 60% of the time they get a touchdown. You like that number around 70%. See what they do here. 3rd and 5. Harris. Pass caught. Pittman hit at the 15, falls forward. I think he picked up the 1st down. Cunningham with the tackle. Give him 6.
Yeah, Pittman's a sure-handed receiver and got him in space. Uncovered as a slot receiver, working outside. Timing. Get the ball out and allow playmakers to run with it after the catch.
Well, Harris already has as many completions here in the first quarter as he did all game in Jacksonville last week. 10th play of this drive coming up. Little offset pistol formation. Taylor with the handoff. Big hole to the 5. Kicks it to the outside. Touchdown, Florida.
This kid Taylor is something special. Watch him put his foot in the ground, redirect himself, bounce it outside right there. That is a move. And then another one. The power to get away from defenders. He makes it look easy.
Boy, that is how you answer the bell right there. Nice drive by Florida. Taylor with some great footwork. Coming off that career game last week, keeps it going. Frankie Velez, the senior, with the point after. It is up and good. Well, the run game seems to still be intact. Kelvin Taylor, his 5th rushing touchdown of the year, caps a 60-yard drive. 21 in white just picked up his 5th rushing touchdown, had 5 carries on that drive, 31 yards as Florida ties it up 7 apiece.
Watch the block of the big fella in the middle, Max Garcia. Watch him work to the 2nd level of the defense. He's going to figure out how to get to the linebacker here. That's the block that's going to spring Kelvin Taylor. Outstanding block by Max Garcia. One of our impact players tonight. Knew he would have an impact, and right there, nice job of working up the field, 2nd level, and not allowing Zach Cunningham to be a factor in the play. That's good work.
Well, in case you missed it, video of the touchdown is now posted on the SportsCenter app, available on your mobile devices and tablets whenever you need it, like right now.
Big versatile, big versatile player there. Sat out 2 years ago after transferring from Maryland, where he started 12 games as a freshman. He's played some guard and then now settled in nicely at center for Florida this year.
Just a calming factor up front, as the coaches described him. It's hard to be calm in the trenches, I would think, but if you can be calm, he's a calming factor. There's Austin Harden, young man with a big, powerful leg. We'll kick it off. Back deep, Darius Sims. Those of you who have forgotten by now, it seems a while ago, but he had 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown against South Carolina earlier in the season. 91 yards and a 100-yard return. This is a short kick that will hit at the 15, and Florida may fall on it. Oh, they had a chance. Vanderbilt will recover it at the 13. Almost a gift for the Gators.
Speed. They kick it short. Sims does not track it well, and that gives Florida's cover team a shot right there of coming up with it. There's Marcel Harris, the reserve corner, that had a shot at it, and then Trey Herndon is able to fall on it for Vanderbilt.
But again, though, Vanderbilt backed up inside their own 15-yard line to start a drive. 3:31 to go here in the opening quarter. Here's Webb. And Webb may just have set the he did give him 8 and set the Vanderbilt freshman rushing record with that carry.
This was a kid that was 4th on the depth chart, way down. And he just went to work. New coaching staff, started to impress, worked his way up, and there's the Vanderbilt freshman rushing record now in the hands of Ralph Webb.
Just past Quane Doster, the late Quane Doster, who had 798 yards back in 2002. Out of the I formation. He will add to his freshman record. A flag comes in from our side judge way back. Gain of 16. If it holds, May brings him down.
Very well may be holding out on the perimeter. Ralph Webb is playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Explain that to the folks at home, why he has a chip.
He's from Gainesville. Wasn't recruited by Florida. Had showed some interest, but never made him an offer. And he is
During the run, holding on offense. 10-yard penalty from the end of the spot here. Still a first down.
You know, anytime a school shuns you, and you get a chance to line up against them, I want to show you what you missed out on.
That young man.
I want to light them up. Going back a few years, University of Texas, passed on me.
How'd you do?
Lit them up every time we played them.
Well, Webb had 2,000 yards, 28 touchdowns as a high school senior.
Speaking of Texas, how about that game against West Virginia today? Charlie Strong, he's going to give him a little time at UT.
First down from the 27-yard line. Boy, big collision at the 35.
A nice job of holding on to the football.
Duke Dawson came flying in, the true freshman, to lay the hit on Webb.
He stumbles. Watch him here in the hole. Someone's going to get him right around the ankle, stumbles, but then you take contact right after that. Nice job of covering up the football. Just the little things win football games in the end.
Already 67 yards on the ground, 9 carries for Ralph Webb.
Give it to me, Coach.
He gets it again. This time he is met right in the hole. A couple of Gators. First one there was Ball, followed by McAllister.
This is setting up play action. You look for Rayford to get himself involved, or C.J. Duncan on the outside. Just show it and then pull the trigger.
Third down and short now.
Webb had left the game, and he comes back in. Kind of points to a run here. They've moved this Florida defensive line off the football the majority of this game so far.
Inside handoff. See where the forward progress is. The forward progress looks like it's across the 37, which should be good enough for the first down.
And Johnny McCreary got a toe stepped on. One of those big offensive linemen trying to push off. And you've ever taken a snap? That is painful because it happens to every quarterback. Big grunts get in there and they're trying to move bodies, and just that little false step right on the quarterback's foot.
Tell you, we were down on the field before the game today, and when he puts the pads on, he's a big boy.
Oh yeah, he's a good-looking quarterback. Went down on the field and got a chance to watch Johnny McCreary warm up, and boy, he is impressive spinning the football. Just enough. Just short. Oh, as close as you can get without having a first down.
Oh, I mean, that is a couple of inches, if that.
Punt the football here, Dave.
You don't quarterback sneaking?
No, not on this end of the field this early. Looks like Derek Mason's going to take a shot here. Maybe try to draw Florida off sides. But he's got a big, strong quarterback, and Johnny McCreary at 6'4", 230. You can just lean across, get any type of push. He could pick it up with a quarterback sneak. It's so close, but this is a gamble early.
Falls forward and will have it. Took a little step back and went through the left gap.
Behind Jake Bernstein, the left guard, and Andrew Jelks. Two talented players. Watch him just get outside. Everybody's pinching inside. No soft spot right there between the guard and the tackle.
So McCreary comes out of the game and turns it over to Patton Robinette, another quarterback just like Jeff Driscoll. Coaches told us they have a little package for him. Patton has been out with a concussion for a while.
This should be a run as well. He was a tremendous runner last year.
And he will keep it and get it to the 40 and stop there a couple of yards.
He actually won the quarterback competition in the spring and as well held it through the fall. Started the first game, left that one, and then the concussion happened against South Carolina.
Well, we thought we might have a good one here in Nashville. Both teams very confident, coming off impressive wins last week. First quarter, dead even, a touchdown apiece. Back to the Music City after this.
Dave, when you play quarterback, you have to operate under some duress. be able to deliver the football with bodies in your face. McCrary here, a big pass to Stephen Shoy to move the chains, and the touchdown pass. More pressure in your face. You've got to be willing to stand in the pocket, take shots, and deliver the football. McCrary passing the test so far tonight.
Andre, let's go back to game one. We were here, Temple game.
We were here.
0 for 3, 2 picks for McCrary.
Could destroy a kid's confidence because he came out of the game, didn't play anymore, just kind of sat and watched for a couple of weeks, went through a number of quarterbacks in that rotation. He wasn't one of them. Waited, kept working. Body language changed in practice. He got his shot. Carl Durrell told him, you're going to be called upon again. And boy, has he answered the phone when he was called the second time.
On second down, they'll play fake it. McCrary under pressure. He will throw it out of bounds as he's hit by Ball, who was chasing him down.
Got to get better protection from Stephen Shoy.
There is Nigel Bowden, who left the game with a right leg injury, comes back out after a trip to the locker room, and you see that brace on the right knee.
That's one tough player right there.
Let's go downstairs to Laura.
Well, Dave, after Nigel Bowden was injured, he came over to the sideline and tried to run a little bit, crumbled to the ground in pain. They took him into the locker room, put the brace on the right knee, and then ran another sequence of tests, especially checking lateral movement. He seems fine, and he just told the athletic training staff he wants to go back in the game. They said, all right, that's okay.
McCrary hit as he throws, completes it, and then dropped. They'll say incomplete. Shoy had his hands on it only for a moment. But McCrary again avoids some pressure.
It's impressive, not just the ability to absorb the hit and still throw the football, the accuracy in which he still delivers the football. Out in front of Shoy, should have been a catch. But each and every time he's facing the pressure, the accuracy with defenders hanging on that big 6'4" body.
Florida's gotten after him 4 times on pass plays. He's thrown it 7. Colby Cook to punt it away. Line drive kick near side. And boy, it's obvious they don't want DeBose to touch it. They just kicked it right out of bounds. Georgia-Auburn, after trailing at halftime, Georgia scored a last-second touchdown and sent the game into 4 thrilling OTs before defeating the Tigers on the road. SEC Rewind 96, Georgia versus Auburn, Sunday at 10, right here on the ESPN Network and also live on the Watch ESPN app. Mike Bobo was slinging it around for the Dogs that night.
Now the offensive coordinator at Georgia.
Matt Jones goes in motion. Harris will keep it, dance around, and he'll fall across the 30 to the 31. Well, important game for Florida. They're all important at this time of the year, but Florida's still trying to stay in the conversation. They have to keep winning. Georgia with a big win today. Missouri, the only team with 1 loss. It's theirs to lose if they can win out. But Florida still a shot to make it to the Georgia Dome on December 6th.
Lots got to happen, but still alive. And first things first, you got to take care of business of your own.
Here's Jones, cuts it back. Boy, he just planted that right foot and picks up the first down over the 45.
There's the leverage again, losing the edge. Can lose outside leverage, and watch the block out here by the receiver. Right there, just kind of working Ahmad Fullwood with a block that springs Matt Jones. Pins the defender to the sideline, allows Jones to turn up the field and pick up the first down.
On first down and 10. Harris going up top, caught at the 10-yard line. Ahmad Fullwood with a huge reception of 48 yards, first and goal, Florida.
One of the keys that David Kotulski told us in this game that they had to have, they could not afford to give up big plays in the passing game. Balls that go over the top of the coverage, and Fullwood with a nice reception down the sideline. Excellent throw by Harris.
Second grab of the night for Fullwood. Flag. Looks like a flag came in from behind. I believe so. Not sure what.
Illegal substitution. 12 men on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Goes down.
Those are the plays or the penalties that drive coaches crazy. It's before the snap. You'll take the in-play penalties, but those are inexcusable. Boy, what a catch and a throw by Harris. They wanted to get Florida off schedule, which means stopping the run and then not give up big plays. And when it's third down, get yourself off the field.
Two tight end look from Florida from the 3-yard line. Jones is your tailback. He'll take it, work the left side, stays on his feet. Does he get in? It is close. They'll say just shy of that goal line.
Boy, what amazes you with these two backs. Kelvin Taylor, the youngster, the sophomore, and then Matt Jones, the junior, the older back. They run with such patience. Watch here. He'll allow the offensive line really to set itself, and then he engages, trying to find a soft spot. And he's the more physical of the two runners, always north and south.
2nd and goal inside the 1. They'll go with Jones. No signal yet.
I think he's just short.
It'll be 3rd and goal.
Vanderbilt right now, Dave, playing for a small win. And that's to trot out the field goal kicker. And before that has to happen, you got to stop Florida. Another play like this one to get off the field. That was one of the keys. Get off the field on third downs. Here's an opportunity.
Jeff Driscoll in at quarterback. The 230-pounder lines up in shotgun. He'll take it left side. He's hit. Driving for the goal line. No signal. He's denied. Jakari Thomas the first one. Then Oren Burks came in to clean it up.
Kick the field goal here. On the road in a tough football game. You kick the field goal and take the points. Driscoll, the bigger of the two quarterbacks, the larger of the two, and cannot churn his way in. And Vanderbilt playing some stingy defense.
And Florida decides to go for it. Treon Harris, your quarterback. 4th and goal. Matt Jones hit, dropped. Zach Cunningham.
What a shot by Zach Cunningham. Could hear it way up here in the press box. He came off the football and met Matt Jones. And that's 6'2", 235 coming downhill at 6'4", 225. And it was a stalemate. Watch 41 flash into your screen right there. That is one-on-one. I want it more than you do. Pad level down, drive your legs. That's awesome work.
Zach Cunningham was backing up Darian Herring at that inside backer spot. Because of his play, they pushed Herring outside and made him a starter. Ralph Webb. Maybe a couple of feet. Cummings and Bullard led the charge up front for Florida.
I tighten up here, go to the same formation. Give me C.J. Duncan outside wide. Preach to Johnny McCreary. 3-step drop, get the ball out of your hands. Take a shot down the field. Either completion, you may pick up an interference call, or an incompletion. But it's just like doing what you just did.
Yep.
Going nowhere.
Let's see what happens here out of the I formation. Webb fumbles the football. Florida says they have it, and the scrum is on.
We watched a lot of plays like this earlier with Auburn and Texas A&M. Cost Auburn the football game.
Jay Vines, our head linesman in there, signaled with his right hand maybe that Florida had it initially, and I think he's correct. Here's Penn Wagers. He says Florida has it. They'll be 1st and goal inside the 10.
Boy, just unfortunate. Ralph Webb trying to pick up some extra yardage. Nice hole there, following some blocking of Dallas Rivers, and the ball just comes out. Ball security. Did a nice job earlier. You're down here in tight quarters. Both hands, as you engage there, have to be on the football. I think it was Vernon Hargraves, the third, that actually forced the fumble.
Gorman came in that pile. Well, he came out of the pile with it. Who knows who had it there?
I think it was Hargraves that forced the fumble.
And then Gorman put his hands on it.
I'm going to ask this defense to step up again, give them a small win and a field goal attempt. That's the goal for Vanderbilt right now.
Well, that is a tough task in front of this Vandy defense. Harris. They'll fake it to Taylor. He'll run right. Get out of bounds. Might have lost a yard. Zach Cunningham chased him out of bounds. Vanderbilt coughs it up again. That has been a real issue for this team, for both teams, really. That is 20 turnovers now. 8 fumbles, 12 interceptions on the year.
You'll lose a lot of ball games doing that. Turn the ball over, especially where you are right now. You're on into the field. It is ball security. You give it up, you're basically surrendering points.
They are -9 in turnover ratio. That's 114th in the country. Harris dancing around, nowhere to go. Nigel Bowden comes in. Bad knee at all. Butler was the first one there. Bowden cleaned it up.
Boy, and Butler, an explosive defensive lineman. Love watching this kid play football. Watch his get off. You better have a motor. He has it. Your hands better come with it. He can shed blockers. He's strong, low center of gravity, hard to block.
Just a sophomore. Vandy playing some inspired football on the defensive side. Can they keep it up, though? You're asking a lot of this young group. 3rd and goal from the 10. Toward the end zone, pass is caught, but down to the 1-yard line is Quentin Dunbar. They'll be inside the 1, and now what do you do?
Well, we're going to do it all over again. I say take the points, kick the field goal. Will Muschamp is going to leave the offense on the field. But you talk about accuracy. Kurt Roper talked about the accuracy of that young man, Treon Harris. And he showed it there. 2 defenders, and he squeezes it into Quentin Dunbar.
The ball sits inside the 1. What will the Gators do? Gators inside the 1. They were stuffed here just moments ago. They're going to try it again on 4th and goal. And Derek Mason runs down the sideline and takes a timeout.
Yeah, I think Florida's going to try to get Treon Harris on the edge. Maybe give him a run-pass option on a sprint out.
Well, just moments ago, here's what occurred. Florida had it inside the 1, inches away. Tried to run with it, but a huge hit from Zach Cunningham on Matt Jones. But then, as Vanderbilt's trying to come out of the end zone, Ralph Webb puts it on the turf. The Gators come up with it. Then on 3rd and goal from the 10, they pick up 9. And now we're sitting at 4th and inside 1.
And it was actually Dante Fowler. I saw Hargraves coming in, but it was Dante Fowler who actually forced the fumble of Ralph Webb to set up Florida.
Playmakers make plays, don't they?
No doubt about it. We'll see if Treon Harris is the playmaker we think that he is right here.
All right, let's see if we get a little run-pass option game, but Jeff Driscoll will come in now.
Yeah, I think you take Treon Harris and try to get him on the edge, but Driscoll here going to try it again this way. 2 quarterbacks on the field.
Driscoll trying to work that left side, leaps over. They will say touchdown. Vandy says no, but our official says yes.
This will be reviewed.
Boy, these 2 teams have been
going at it. How close was that? I think it was the extension of Jeff Driscoll to barely get it over. Touchdown close. He goes up. It's the extension.
Where's the ball? I don't know that. Well, it's hard to see. McGaster, take a look from this angle. I don't see the ball cross the plane.
Previous play is under further review.
It looks like it's short to me as well, Dave. Because the ball is in his, right there, tucked away. All it's got to do is touch. Right there. I think it touches. You see from that angle.
He switched it.
Yeah, he switches it. It indeed touches. Right there.
Oh, it's just so hard to see. And once again, remember this. It's you have to have a definitive look to overturn this call.
Right here. The little things.
Oh.
And that's tough. That angle, you don't see it. The other one, I think it's clearly touching the goal line, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Rocky Good is our replay official. I don't envy that position at all. Oh, and Nigel Bowden comes flying in with a bad knee and all.
Credit Treon Harris there, kind of getting in the way and blocking the view of the replay officials along with McGaster.
That's Jay Vines, your head linesman, down on that goal line on the near side.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands.
Just not enough.
Not enough video evidence to overturn it or confirm it. Well, that's some belief, though, in that big offensive line. You get down there twice, it's a stalemate. They keep you out. You get the same scenario. Will Muschamp didn't blink.
Velez point after, up and good. He only needed about 2 feet. He got 2 feet, 1 inch. Will Muschamp rolling the dice, and it pays off in the Music City.
You got to keep pace with this Florida team and not allow it to inflict its will.
Yeah, how much does that, you fight the fight there. How much does that affect the team to come up that close?
Offensively, you need to move the football. Give the defense, who's played 2 outstanding series for you, a rest.
See if Sims can't give him a little bit of spark. And he will take it 2 yards deep. Here comes number 6. Darius Sims, nice return to the 32-yard line. Well, the Kentucky men's basketball team continues to gear up for the regular season with an exhibition game against Georgetown, Kentucky. Sunday at 7 o'clock on the ESPN SEC Network and also live on the Watch ESPN app. The Wildcats will be an interesting team all year long. I had a chance to go there last week, do their first exhibition game, and they are something else.
Question, did he substitute in 5s?
He did. All game.
Wow.
4 minute,
and that's
4 minute
when you know
shifts.
you have some talent.
McCrary, 3 out of 7, 53 yards throwing the ball, but he's done a wonderful job handing it off. But Ralph Webb, did he just drop it again? He did. Our umpire says turnover again.
Oh, boy.
Webb picked up 10 and then dropped it.
It's such a good job in the first quarter of protecting the football and puts it on the ground again. You get in a crowded area right there, both hands should be on the ball. And then here comes Morrison from the backside.
Well, that's a fumble.
It's out.
That is a fumble.
It is out. After a turnover in a big game like this for Vanderbilt, who's fighting to stay alive in the bowl race, this was an important drive, and now you set up Florida with big field position, and it would not surprise me if Kurt Roper didn't take a shot down the field here with Treon Harris.
Morrison and Hargraves combined. Hargraves recovered it. Morrison forced it. So another opportunity, and here comes this Vandy defense back on the field as Matt Jones has the carry.
The reason why I say that, Dave, is it's a turnover, defense back on the field. We just talked about how tired they were, and they've got an injured player down. Maybe Adam Butler, number 69, and he is so important to this Vanderbilt defense. But the point I was making, you're so tired, frustrated having to go back on the field. Boy, show it and take a shot.
Another injured Commodore down on the field. We'll step aside for a moment. 14-7 Florida. Well, it's pretty simple under Will Muschamp. When the Gators win the turnover battle, they are 22-4. When they lose that battle, they are 3-13. This year in wins, they're +7, and their losses, they are -7. Tonight, they are +2 as Ralph Webb coughs it up in back-to-back possessions. They had a nice 86-yard drive, 7 plays. I mean, looked very efficient, and since then, it's been nothing.
And our 2 impact players causing those fumbles. The first, Dante Fowler. The second, Antonio Morris.
Short field for the Gators. 2nd down and 9 coming up. They're inside the 45. Harris in the shotgun. Will throw. High throw. Nice catch by DeMarcus Robinson, the playmaker, making a play. Gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Boy, he is so electric after the catch. I mean, you got him bottled up right there, and watch him escape. Get the ball out quickly. Right there, that should have been a tackle by Treon Ferguson. He misses it.
Tell you what, how about Harris? He is 6 out of 7, 92 yards through the air.
Excuse me, Taron Ferguson.
Robinson sits up in the slot near side. Tailback is Jones. They'll run it with Jones. He'll get a couple of yards. Jay Woods, first man there.
Been impressed with this Vanderbilt defensive front. A lot of snaps in the last 3 possessions. Refusing to be moved up front. And this is an experienced offensive line. Finally healthy this year. 3 of those guys up front were lost to injuries early in the season last year for Florida. No continuity up front. Really couldn't run the football. They've been healthy for the most part this year.
Good strong throw to the wide side of the field. Catch is made. Gain of 12. Chris Thompson on the reception.
Watch Thompson work here. A little out route, setting the corner up nicely, making him think inside. He breaks out, and the timing from the quarterback, excellent.
Tripped up in the backfield. Matt Jones loses 3 on the play. Weatherly gets credit for the tackle behind the line.
Yeah, nice job by Stephen Weatherly forcing Matt Jones inside. He slips, but did not give up the outside leverage. Remember earlier, I told you that's how Florida made its way last week against Georgia. The edges. So far, Vanderbilt went a little stingy in terms of allowing these running backs to get outside.
Here goes Harris. Flag comes in right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold on Clay Burton, the tight end. That's why it was so easy for Harris to get outside.
Holding, number 88, offense, 10-yard penalty, without a foul, remains 2nd down.
Watch the hold here on Clay Burton trying to set the edge, and he just gets a handful of the jersey of Zach Cunningham up high, and that's going to call that one every time.
That'll back the Gators up to the 30 and make it 2nd down and 22. Will Muschamp sprints down the sideline on the far side, gets a timeout.
Florida. 2nd charge timeout of the half.
Coach Muschamp hadn't run that well since he was playing DB at Georgia. That was solid. Back in a moment. Of Gator fans on the far side.
Yeah, remember the keys for Vanderbilt. Get Florida off schedule. I think 2nd and 22 qualifies. And the most important, get off the field on 3rd down.
Well, they have 2nd and 22 here. Harris stands in the pocket, sees some room. Breaks a tackle inside the 20 down to the 18. So now you got a manageable 3rd down and 10.
And it also puts him in field goal range. And give up too much on 2nd down. Give up about 12 yards or so, and all of a sudden you're back getting there in field goal range. But here you got to hold up and not allow this 1st down to happen.
They got to get it inside the 8. Here comes some heat. Down goes Harris.
Nice.
Boy, what a job by Weatherly. Looked like he was even being held as he picks up the sack.
Watch Weatherly turn the corner and bend. This is tremendous athletic ability for a rusher. Watch him turn the corner, then bend right there to get his body in position to get back to the quarterback, as you stated, while being blocked. This is good work by Stephen Weatherly. Gets right around Tyler Moore, the right guard, and into the
40-yard field goal on the way. And Velez knocks it home. Frankie's long coming into this was 36 yards.
kind of quick kicked us there.
So back-to-back turnovers have cost the Commodores 10 points, and that is exactly the lead now. Frankie Velez, the senior out of Ocala, with the three-pointer. The Gators took 2 Ralph Webb fumbles and pick up 10 points off those turnovers, and that is their lead with 4:02 to go.
Difference in the ball game right now. You turn it over. The fastest way in my mind is to lose a football game, special teams. But right behind it, turning the ball over.
Harden will kick it away. Here is Sims standing at the goal line, barely moved. He is hit and dropped at the 20-yard line. And here comes this Vanderbilt offense. And Andre, I think it's a safe bet to say that these guys need to pick up some first downs.
They need first downs. They need points to keep pace with Florida. First order of business, to hold on to the ball.
And there is a flag that came in late on the far side. As you look at Ralph Webb,
during the return, holding number 10 against Vanderbilt. 10-yard penalty, which is half the distance to go. First down.
Trent Sherfield, a true freshman.
And now it's really essential that you protect the football. We saw it on 2 occasions. Vanderbilt on this end of the field cough it up, and it led to the 10 points that you talked about, Dave.
And Webb will watch this series as true freshman Dallas Rivers will run the football. He'll get the handoff. Hit immediately and dropped. Darius Cummings just stuck the paw out almost like Velcro and drags him to the turf.
That's a grown man tackle.
Whoa.
I mean, you're being blocked and just reach out with one arm. Watch this. Just come here.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Hey, I got to talk to you for a second. Get back here. What a tackle there. That's good work by Cummings. Junior college transfer, started his career at Florida State.
His 4th tackle of the year behind the line. Now it's out of the eye, 2nd down and 13. McCrary going up top. The only man there to catch it was Hargrave, and it went right through his hands. Would have been a tough catch with his back to the play.
I like it, but it's got to happen faster. And I would spin him where he is faced up to the coverage. See here, he turns his back to the coverage. That's too much time taken. And he can't throw an accurate ball.
Tell you what, he has not had a whole lot of time to throw tonight. 5 pressures on 8 attempts.
And they're getting heat from everybody up front. Cummings, Bullard, and Fowler has been very active on that front 4 for Florida.
They'll just run it off the right side, and again, nowhere to go. That time it was Bullard, and then Cummings came in to help clean him up. That's a loss of 3. That drive went nowhere, and here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, Dallas Rivers, he doubles as a fullback, and he doesn't have the elusiveness to put his foot in the ground and change directions the way Ralph Webb is able to do. And so he's one-dimensional in a sense where you have to move bodies, and there's got to be a hole for him to get downhill. If he's asked to bounce it, this defense is just too fast for Dallas Rivers.
Colby Cook. Andre DeBose, very returnable. And a flag comes in. Looked like a block in the back against a Gator. Or a Gator against a Commodore. 45-yard punt.
It seems like we have spent the entire second quarter on this end of the field.
Boy, Penn Wagers has been a busy man here in the second quarter as well. This Vanderbilt offense is going to have to start producing. You know, you say points. I say let's start with first downs just to keep this defense off the field.
Yeah.
During the return, illegal block in the back. 24 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty by the foul. First down.
Well, I'll tell you, we've talked about it. Pressures all over the place from the Gators on McCrary.
Yeah, first quarter, it's Fowler in the face of McCrary. He's getting it again from Fowler. Able to still complete passes, though, and then Hargraves blitzes. Fowler there as well. Just rushing every throw. And to his credit, early he was able to stand in there and deliver the ball, but now the pressure just continuing to get to him.
Harris going deep. Tight spiral, far side. Boy, a lot of grabbing on that far side. DeMarcus Robinson was the intended receiver, defended by Torian Ferguson.
Knew at some point Kurt Roper would take a shot. And he goes to the playmaker, DeMarcus Robinson. It's just a 9 route. Go get it. Get out with a defensive back, make a play for the offense, and pretty good coverage there by Ferguson.
On 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. Harris slides by it. Going down the near side. A lot of bumping again. This time no flag. Dunbar
tries the old acting job. Well, Dunbar had a string of 32 straight games with a reception. It was snapped this year against LSU.
See the numbers on Florida's 3rd down conversions.
He is a sure-handed receiver, but they don't mind getting down the field vertically.
Definitely a passing situation here. 3rd and 10. They will set up a screen, and boy, that was read well by Vanderbilt. Bowden came in. Butler was the one who tipped it.
Boy, he plays with some instincts. Very instinctive player in Bowden. Watch him read this thing. He sees Taylor. He goes right to it. And a heck of a job by the big fella. Jumping up as well, Adam Butler. You see why I like the big fella so much? So much talent in that big body.
And he seems like he's always smiling, too. Loves the game.
He's wearing somebody out. You can smile when you're having your way with somebody.
Here's Kyle Christie. Trey Ellis back to return this punt. Boy, end over end kick. Fair catch called for by Trey Ellis. 39-yard punt and no return. And now here comes the Vanderbilt offense again. An offense that has produced 136 yards. Florida with 174 yards of total offense. But the story lately, at least in the second quarter, is this defense has been on the field almost the entire time.
Yeah, and to their credit, offensively, they tried to go back to Ralph Webb. Gave him the football right after the fumble, put it on the ground again. It almost forces a coaching staff to remove you from the game. If you can't hold on to the football, you got to take a seat for a little while.
And Dallas Rivers in the game again at tailback, as Webb will watch this series again. McCrary got away from Fowler, but pressure again. Boy, that O-line of Vanderbilt having a tough time holding up against the front four of the Gators.
Well, and guess what? DJ Durkin is going to continue to bring pressure. I asked him last night, how long before you go and you bring the pressure on a redshirt freshman quarterback? He looked at me and said early and often.
With a smile.
Yeah, with a smile. So he's going to, as long as Vanderbilt is proving that they cannot hold up to the pressure, DJ Durk is going to continue to dial it up.
4 straight incompletions now. Clock stopped, 1:59 to go before halftime. Out of that pistol formation. McCrary comes near side, and they'll say pass is caught. Not much of a gain. Latavius Rayford will pick up 4.
There's Rayford finally making his presence felt. He's a weapon. Boy, the best camp of all the wide receivers. He's fast. He can get deep quickly. Started to emerge last season, but was injured.
Illegal formation. 5 in the backfield. On the offense, the penalty declined. 3rd down.
If that was one of those tackles that had kind of broken off.
Well, now some penalties. You start to mix that with the turnovers, and you get some ugly stuff, nasty stuff brewing in the pot.
Vanderbilt 11th in the conference, 52 yards per game, 56 yards a game. Tonight,
already 49. Already, first half.
McCrary. Boy, nobody was looking for the football.
No.
Latavius Rayford was 86 over there on the far side, but he had no idea where the football was, and now it's 4th down.
Florida's just going to lock up man-to-man and bring the rest. And it's going to be, they max protect, which actually gave McCrary a little more time than the previous couple of downs when they dropped back to get rid of the football. Just an inaccurate throw.
Colby Cook, booming punt, but a chance for DeBose. He's trying to come to the wide side. There's a flag. Good coverage despite the hold. 52-yard punt.
I think it's going to be a block in the back by Marcel Harris. How about Zach Cunningham tonight?
Very impressed with that young man. For the Commodores, the linebacker, another redshirt freshman.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 26, receiving team. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Another redshirt freshman. Talking about Zach Cunningham. A lot of young talent in this Vanderbilt football team. Talking to Derek Mason, says we don't want to look down the road yet. We got a lot of football left to play, but yeah, I mean, you got to be enthused about what's coming back in years to come.
31 freshmen are playing. That is true freshmen and redshirt freshmen. That is more than any other team in the country. Here's Jones. And another flag comes in.
A nice job by Herring, fighting to keep outside leverage, and then someone else coming in to clean it up.
Number 87, offense, penalty, half the distance to the goal. Replay the down.
It was Jamel McIntosh who finished things off, but credit Darren Herring for coming up, keeping the outside leverage. Watch 35, fighting against Tevin Westbrook. And then there's McIntosh one-on-one in the hole with Matt Jones. That's a tough task to bring down Matt Jones one-on-one.
Jones coming off his 3rd 100-yard game of the season last week in Jacksonville. Here's Jones.
So tough.
Gets it close to the 15. That's 7 yards for Matt.
We kind of ride the hot hand with Jones and Taylor. And right now it seems like Jones has pretty good flow, pretty good rhythm going in terms of their running game. When Tyler Moore down, they can ill afford to lose him. He's actually starting for Trenton Brown, who started the season as the right guard. And Tyler Moore was the reserve.
There is no 10-second runoff. The injury occurred at 1 minute. It's anything under 59 seconds.
Transferred to Florida from Nebraska. Watch 73 right there in the middle of your screen. Just kind of gets caught underneath.
The game clock to 1 minute.
Vince Taylor's being blocked by Max Garcia. And rolls him right into the knee area of Tyler Moore.
Thank you.
It's a good sign when he's walking off on his own, but scary.
They'll bring in Rod Johnson to play alongside Chaz Green now.
He can kind of swing both as a backup at tackle as well as guard.
Second down and 8. Harris 7 of 11, 103 yards. We'll hand it off here to Jones. He has some running room. First down out to the 32-yard line. Oren Burks with the stop, a gain of 18.
Well, just what we talked about. The run starts inside, and watch Jones bouncing. Outside leverage given up. Pretty good block by the tight end Burton. And that frees up Matt Jones. They just stay with it. The patience in the running game, hoping to wear you down.
Only one timeout for Florida. They're in no hurry here. I think they'll go into the locker room up 10. Unless Matt Jones can break one off here, and he'll take it over to 35, give him 3 more yards.
What am I saying? You can't ever score enough points in the first half of a football game. I believe it. There's time on the clock. I'm trying to go get some more.
No. Illegal formation. 5 in the backfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down. This is not a 10-second runoff option.
Well, that is the second time we've seen that 5 in the backfield. Haven't seen it all year. We see it twice in one night. Harris is going to air one out down the far side. Incomplete, and that'll do it for the first half. 2 turnovers by Ralph Webb deep in Vanderbilt territory. Allows the Gators to pick up 10 points, and that is our lead at halftime for Florida. 17-7. It was all Florida in that second quarter. The Gators trying to stay alive in the SEC East race. And let's go downstairs to Laura.
Coach, you wanted Treon Harris to take some shots. 7 of 12, 103 yards. How would you assess his play in the first half?
Well, they're crowding the box, so we're going to take some shots down the field. We just got to connect on a couple of them, but really nice ball to Ahmad Fulwood over here.
Your defense pressured McCrary throughout. Your +2 in the turnover battle. How did they play as a unit?
Well, we stunk on the second drive. Eye control issue on the tight end, eye control issue on the touchdown. Give them credit. We can play better.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, there you go. Will Muschamp jogging to the locker room up 10. We still got 2 quarters of football left here at the Music City. Time for us now to go to Dari Gray.